All right, let's talk just a few minutes more about what's happening to these diners in our case study and what the terms gastroenteritis and food poisoning mean. So when we're talking about foodborne illness, they fall into two general categories. One is illness caused by growth of the microbes themselves in the GI or gastrointestinal tract. This is what was happening to those diners. Symptoms start in a day or two because those microbes are growing and multiplying to an amount that they start damaging the host. The second category is what I want to focus on now. This is presence of some kind of toxin in the GI tract. So you're getting sick by ingesting poison or toxin that the microbes are producing. So those toxins hit your body all at once. And the main difference is how fast that affects your body. Symptoms usually start within 1 to 6 hours. It's a very fast onset. The symptoms themselves are very similar, but the timeline is very different. To get an exact diagnosis for most of these causes of gastroenteritis, you do need to do more testing and cultures. Usually an exact diagnosis isn't needed. Stay hydrated, rest, and the body will get rid of it in a few days. Again, antibiotics usually not given because it would kill a lot of the gut bacteria that are helping us fight this off. Usually the treatments are to stay hydrated and rest until the body gets rid of it. So what do we mean when we say food poisoning? People usually say food poisoning when they're talking about something in their food that's made them sick. But that's not really correct. Sometimes what's making you sick is the growth of the microbes, not any kind of poison or toxin. So the more correct term, if you're getting harmed by the toxin instead of the growth of the microbes, that's what would be correctly called food poisoning or food intoxication. You're getting poisoned by a chemical toxin that you've eaten from the food. So when we're talking about food intoxication, this is the one that's caused by Staphylococcus aureus. The thing that they produce is called enterotoxins. That means gut toxins or toxins that harm the intestines under the right conditions. Some things you should know about these toxins. These are an exotoxin, but so they are a protein, but they're an unusually stable protein. They can withstand a lower pH. They get through the stomach without being destroyed. Most exotoxins would get destroyed in the stomach, but these don't. They're also heat stable. They are destroyed by autoclaving, but not by boiling. So reheating the food is not enough to denature these toxins. Which is why they can spread and get eaten by people, because normal reheating food, like a microwave or by boiling it, is not enough to destroy these. So these are the conditions where it happens. There's 3 conditions you need to watch for where S. aureus would be producing these toxins. They're not just producing them all the time. There's a certain set of circumstances. First, it would be on foods that are salty or sugary. Staphylococcus tolerates higher levels of salt and sugar than other types of microbes, so they'd be happy growing here, but they wouldn't have many competitors. Foods have been previously cooked and then handled with bare hands, so they're getting contaminated with S. aureus from people's hands, and there's no competition. So this is a good environment for the Staphylococcus to grow. Second, the food has to be a good protein source. So this is not going to happen on something like a salad. Something with a lot of dairy, meats, eggs. This is something that can happen with things like ham salad, chicken salad, egg salad, custard, where you have a lot of sugar and milk and eggs in a custard. Those are good environments for this to happen. And then third, food is left out at warm temperature for too long, so the bacteria grows rapidly. If you have these foods, even if they have S. aureus on them and you refrigerate them right away, then the S. aureus doesn't grow enough to produce the toxin. It's when it gets left out at a long time, the S. aureus grows, makes a bunch of this toxin, and then the food gets eaten again later and you have all this toxin sitting on it. It's not something that you can see or smell. You just need to practice good hand washing and food handling in order to prevent this from happening.